What's good, Smoker's Hut? It's like my third time trying to make this video, but okay. This is in this video, I want to talk to you guys about basically people being misdiagnosed and told what they are. I know I've uploaded a lot of videos in the past like 2 weeks. I hope it's not too sporadic or spread out. I hope you can make sense of each video, or at least take something from each video that makes sense. When I make these videos, I'm not trying to necessarily get my message across to change you. I'm just showing you my mentality, if that makes sense. I'm just showing you where my mind's at with certain things. And I hope that you can pick and choose different things to take with you in life. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with everything I say, but I recommend that you at least listen, at least give it a chance, because if you don't, you're only doing yourself a disservice. Nothing I'm telling you can hurt you. You can either take the information or you can ignore it, but I'm not trying to hurt you or pollute your mind in any way on this channel. Okay, so now that we have that out the way, please like, subscribe, all those things, because oh, my cousin just hit me out, the kid. Nice. All right, anyway, wait, is today Thanksgiving? I don't think today's Thanksgiving. Nah, it's not Thanksgiving yet. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that people will misdiagnose you. So, like, let's say you have people in your life who you don't enjoy. Like you just don't enjoy being around them, let's say. Or you're standoffish and they say you're paranoid, or they say you're antisocial, or they say you're an introvert. And it's like, no, maybe that person just doesn't like the people they're around. Maybe that person just likes to be alone. You ever think of that? Like, that is that a possibility, or is that just off the table? Like, that this person is just that way. I say this because in my own life, I've been through, I don't know if anyone watching this knows any iota of my life story, any piece of it, but I've been through more than most humans. Factually, I've been through more than most humans. And that has made me a different person in the way I maneuver, in the way I interact with people, in the way, even the way I am online. It's changed me as a person. A lot of the things I've been through, a lot of the things I've experienced, the sadness, the happiness, the everything. But with that being said, we know that we're not supposed to listen to everything someone has to say about us. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to take everything, what do they say? Take it with a grain of salt. That's what we have to do. If somebody tells you something, like let's say somebody says you're depressed, but you know there's a reason why you're antisocial or standoffish or not hanging out with people anymore. You know there's a reason. But they're like, oh, you're just depressed. You have anxiety, or you have this, you have that. You should tell that person, thanks for your diagnosis, but I can diagnose myself, unless you're a doctor or a medical professional. Because I had someone telling me I had anxiety because I was sleeping a lot. Believe it or not, I was sleeping a lot lately. And they were like, you have anxiety, you have depression and all these things. And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think I do. I think I'm sleeping more because I finally have this chance to sleep, because now that my first project's done, I don't have to record or mix or master all the time, and I also don't have to be working as often. So I got this like 2-week slot where I could sleep more and work out and focus on my body and stuff. And people are like, oh, you just seem different. You seem distant. You seem this. And it's like, okay, like if you want to give it a word, you know what I'm saying? If you want to give it a word and a box to put me in, then sure. But the reality is I just chose to do X, Y, Z with my day. And I think that happens a lot. Like we'll see people you know, who maybe don't want to be the life of the party all the time, and we're like, oh, they're depressed, or oh, they have anxiety, or oh, they have who knows, bro. There's so many now. But yeah, like, if somebody does that to you, you need to just yourself know yourself at all times and say, that's a word. At the end of the day, you have anxiety, you have depression, you have what's it called, ADD, you have ADHD, all these things. It's like, yeah, maybe you do, but that person is not no science professional, and that person is just digging on you because they maybe they have those things. A lot of times people project too. That's one thing I've noticed. Like, you ever notice someone who's like angry, like, or mad? They don't tolerate anger from anyone else. You know what I'm saying? If there's an angry person and you're angry with them, they're gonna be like, yo, you're acting mad tough, or you're acting mad angry. And it's like, well, that's a bit of projection because you're an angry person and it's just a revolving door of anger now. But same thing with depression. You ever meet someone who's mad depressed? Like, you know, you know what y'all should start doing? If you have a depressed friend, bro, just start acting depressed around him and see what he says. Like, if he's depressed, like, let's say he don't talk a lot, or he's just mad quiet in the corner, just start doing that. Just start being mad quiet and in the corner when you hang out with him. Just match his energy and see what he says. See what he says. Will he call you depressed? Will he say, stop copying me? Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But my point is, we can't put these people in boxes. We got to stop with all these words. Like, before there was an ADHD or before there was an ADHD or ADD, it was just your son or your daughter does not want to pay attention in class. They're goofing off, or they keep getting distracted by something out the window. I don't know why. And that's the end of the story. Until they stop focusing on the birds flying around outside, they're not going to pass the test. Fix it. And that was it. But now we have these words. Oh, they have ADHD. They have ADD, my poor baby. And I'm not saying those things don't exist. I don't want to get that misconstrued. I don't want you to sit here and think he's saying that there's no such thing as mental illness. It's like, no, I know there's such thing as mental illness. But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of times when we get frustrated or can't understand someone, we try to marginalize them and put them in a box. That makes sense to us. Because, like, if your kid's not paying attention because he just doesn't want to pay attention, or she just doesn't want to pay attention in class, and then you say, like, okay, my kid has ADD or ADHD, it helps you put them in a box with other kids. Because then if other kids aren't paying attention or get easily distracted, you say, oh, they both have it. They both have ADD. And it's like, or they both just don't want to pay attention in class. And I think we need to decipher the difference. Not saying ADD doesn't exist. Not saying ADHD doesn't exist. It does. But I'm saying we put people in boxes to make our brains make sense of things. We categorize things. Like this right here, sitting right here. This is a laptop. I know that because I've seen these things before, and I put this in the category of laptop. Technically, it's a MacBook Pro, but why do I know it's a laptop? Because I categorize with my brain. In the store, they don't call this a laptop, really. They call it a MacBook. That's even what it says on the inside. It's a MacBook. But we say that's your laptop because you group things. We do that with humans far too often because humans are not monolithic. They're not one thing where it's like, this is the ADHD group, this is the ADD, this is the anxiety. And because they might have similar symptoms, right? People might have similar symptoms, but you're grouping them together for your own ease, when really each human is a case-by-case thing. Why are they like that? Are they going to change? Are they going to come out of this? Is it a phase, or is this a permanent character trait? All those have to be answered. Is this even a mental issue, or is this just a coping mechanism that the person is using to deal with something? Because there's a difference. So with that being said, I just think we should be very careful and vigilant about letting people tell us who we are as people. You're not going to tell me what I am. I'll tell you what I am. And until I'm done telling you what I am, don't tell me what I am. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to say that, like, if you're having a hard time in school or making friends or being in a relationship, don't listen to these YouTube videos and the Instagram and the TikTok and everything telling you what you are. Sit down, really meditate, or, sleep on it. Just be by yourself for a minute and think to yourself, who am I? What do I want from the world? Why am I having this struggle? Am I antisocial? Do I have problems paying attention? Do I have, all these different things? And then you sit there and you say, okay, these are areas I can improve on. These are areas I can improve in. These are areas where I'm actually pretty good at. And just take it from there. Just take it from there. Because if you sit around waiting for a doctor even, or one of your friends to tell you who you are, then you're always going to be looking for who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? You're always going to be looking, well, why isn't this working in life? What does this mean? What group am I in for this? Why isn't that working in life? What's wrong with me here? Don't look for that. You have to sit down, self-identify. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. These aren't working. These aren't helping me. I have to change in as much as I can. If it truly is a mental issue, then by all means, go get help. But I'm saying, do not let this society diagnose you. Even weight gain, bro, and like things like that, like working out. People will say, oh, well, you're big bone. Like, we're in this era of such cushiony things where we put people in boxes so that they don't have to change at all. We say, oh, it's not your fault, you have this. It's not your fault, you have that. If someone's overweight, for example, or has heart disease or has high cholesterol and they're dying, you should say, listen, you're unhealthy. You're unhealthy. Like, and I'm not saying someone should say this to you. You should say it to yourself. Go in the mirror and say, you are, say you are unhealthy. What can I do to change? Don't go looking for answers. Until you've exhausted every option, until you've worked out, changed your diet, got decent sleep, done everything you can, don't go to a doctor looking for an excuse. Oh, doctor, do I have something wrong in my gut? I just can't seem to lose weight. Doctor, do I have something wrong in my body? Don't go to the doctor looking for answers until you've tried to do everything you can to be as healthy as possible. Then and only then you say, I've been eating salads, I've been working out, I've been, I'm not sneaking snacks or nothing. I don't know what's going on. I really can't lose weight. Then you can do that. But if you haven't done that, you're wasting your time, you're wasting the doctor's time, and you're wasting the other patient's time in there. But even furthermore, the doctor is going to eventually tell you what you want to hear, because you keep asking him or her, you keep asking them, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I'm not losing weight. I'm not losing weight. I'm not losing weight. The doctor's eventually going to say, all right, well, let's take an x-ray. Let's take an MRI. Let's take all these different things until I find the answer you want me to give you. You see what I'm saying? Until I can tell you what you want to hear. You see what I'm saying? You want a reason for why this is happening. Same thing with school. If you say my kid is not paying attention, why is he not paying attention? Why is he not paying attention? Give me a reason. Give me a reason. Give me a reason. You're gonna end up in at the doctor's office, and eventually he's gonna say he has attention deficit disorder. And really, what is attention deficit disorder? Let's break that down. He has a deficit in the ability to pay attention. All he's saying is he has trouble paying attention. That's really all you're saying. And we put these people in those boxes, but then the mom or the dad goes home so happy because he's like, oh, my kid, there's nothing wrong with my kid. He just has this thing that the doctor told me about. And it's like, and like I said, I'm not saying that these do not exist. I'm not saying that these diseases do not exist. They do exist. But I'm saying we cannot become comfortable and just start putting everyone in these boxes, because it waters down the people with the real mental illness. You see what I'm saying? We have to. First, I think the main way to fix that is to, one second, I just want to brighten my light. 1 second. Yeah, word. I think the main way to fix that though is to what's it called? Yeah. I think the main way to fix that is to basically just, how do I explain? Wait, what was I talking about? I'm so sorry. Yeah, the main way to fix that is to find out the reason. You see what I'm saying? Find out the reason someone's acting a certain way. So before you diagnose someone with depression, find out, are they heartbroken? Are they sad? Did they have a loss in their family? Because if so, yes, they're still depressed, but there's a reason, and this might be a phase that they're going to get through, and you're diagnosing this person like, oh, they're a depressed person without knowing the details or the story. Same thing with ADD. You might go to diagnose this kid with ADD or ADHD, and you come to find out his best friend is in that class or something, and they're just goofing off. Like, there's a lot of variables. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a lot of variables, and you're sitting there thinking, oh, okay, well, there's something wrong with the kid's brain. Meanwhile, he just needs, they need to switch classes or something. They just goof off too much when they're together. Had nothing to do with the kid's brain. It's just normal human nature. Your best friend's in the class. Y'all are gonna get lit and kick it. You're not worried about the homework or anything. You're just trying to have a good time. So, I don't know. That's where I'm gonna leave this video. But yeah, that's it. Just be careful. Don't let. I mean, if anyone, let the doctor tell you. But I'm saying, don't let the people and social media call you, oh, this person's this person's evil, this person's a narcissist, this person's egotistical, this person has ADHD, this person is dramatic. These are all tags where, like, yeah, the person might feel that way about you, but what does their opinion matter in the grand scheme of things? Really, what does their opinion matter at all? So, with that being said, make sure you go home, learn yourself, learn about yourself, love yourself, and diagnose yourself. Find out what you want different about yourself, and you change it. You make the change. Only you can make the change at the end of the day. Everyone else could tell you, oh, you're this way, you're that way. But if you don't notice it for yourself, you will never come to the realization that you need to change. And once you come to that realization that you need to change, you can then make the change, and other people will see it. But don't just sit back and think, oh, they'll tell me what I need to change. Because that's the society we're living in. We're waiting for social media to tell us you're good or you're bad. We're waiting for people around us to tell us you're good or you're bad. You need to know for yourself, I'm doing good or I'm doing bad. And it's not always easy. But it's the only way for you truly to self-improve, is for you to look in the mirror and diagnose yourself. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. This was a lit video. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Y'all already know everything. Arrow Shanti, ARROWSANTI. That's my name. Go follow me, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Cash Tape if you haven't yet. And check out Roanoke too. Roanoke's gonna be out real soon, like 1 week. 1 week from now, Roanoke is dropping. I hope you guys, if you don't know what Roanoke is, look into it. It's mad cool. It's mad cool concept. Tape took me a decent amount of time to make, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you're looking forward to it. And I will see you guys in a day or two. I'll probably make another video tomorrow, if not in 2 days. But on that note, peace.